For some basketball players, this game is just a diversion, something to pass the time, something simply to do. But for Rattlers guard Rashad Stirrup, basketball is not a way of life, it is his life. And this is a passion started a long time ago.
The parade is not only a day off for the thousands of workers here in the Bahamas, but it's also a day to remember those who helped make it all happen. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, for the CNN World Report, I'm Chris Saunders. Good night, everyone. I'm Chris Saunders. That's what's going on right now. Join us at 7 for all the day's top stories. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chris Saunders. Starting on Black American universities with roots in Africa and now moving to the Bahamas and the Caribbean, stepping has truly gone global. For the CNN World Report at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Chris Saunders. Practice this morning for Team Bahamas was relatively quiet, even after that humiliating loss last night to Team Argentina, 99-59. And even though the defense broke down halfway through the third and carried over into the fourth quarter, head coach Mario Bolek says he'll be making very few changes to the game plan.
For some basketball players, this game is just a diversion, something to pass the time, something simply to do. But for Rattlers guard Rashad Stirrup, basketball is not a way of life, it is his life. And this is a passion started a long time ago.
I used to have a little rim when I was smaller, and I used to play ball every day and night. And that's, like, I almost got knocked down playing the ball, running after the ball in the road when I was like 4 or 3.
And he's been putting all that skill to work with the uncanny ability to come up with big shots when it counts. But his coach, Kevin K.J. Johnson, says he looks at Rashad as a lot more than just a shooter on the court.
He's one of the leaders, even though he's in 11th grade right now. He showed great leadership skills.
Coach Johnson also sees a personal focus in Rashad that is way beyond his years.
Definitely, he's a humble kid in terms of he knows what his goals are, he knows what his priorities are. He knows exactly what he wants to do in life. And you have a lot of young men that age who really doesn't know what they want to do. And he's focused and he knows exactly what he wants to do.
Rashad, though, was forced to grow up quickly after a defining moment about 8 years ago.
He was 9 when my husband passed away. He was killed tragically in a plane crash. And I think me being a single parent has really drawn me closer to my kids. So I have 2 boys and 4 girls. So with him being the last boy, he's my baby. But of course, he's not the baby, he's the last boy. But so I think with the time that my husband died in 2001 has really drawn us closer.
We was in the living room, and then all of my aunts and uncles, they went to Jamaica when my dad died. And then they came back and I was in the living room. And then they just break the news to me and I just couldn't handle it.
Every day he thinks about his dad and his memory, especially before a game.
I asked him to guide me, and if he was here right now, how proud he would have been of me.
His mom now takes a very special place in his heart.
If he see me look down, he would come and hug me and say, well, Mommy, what happened? Or if I'm going through a situation where I'm feeling down, he feels it also.
And you can tell this isn't Mom's first game at a Hugh Campbell rodeo. Rashad's older brother actually played for the Rattlers and won a championship a few years back.
But it's different with Rashad because Rashad's eat, drink, sleep, and dream basketball. So that is the difference. Rashad wants to play.
Now, for Rashad to play at this level and be so close to realizing his dream of a Hugh Campbell championship, it takes dedication, not just from him, but everyone in his life.
I'm very understanding. Sometimes I get annoyed because he's gone so much, but when I look at him and I see the passion that he has for it, it just gives me, as a mother, to say, you know, something, this is what my son wants to do, so I should encourage him, because maybe one of these days it's going to take him somewhere.
The step show put on by the Bahamas Pan-Hellenic Council brought out the best in the country. But it was the sisters here from Alpha Kappa Alpha and the brothers from Phi Beta Sigma, which won their divisions at the show. Stepping has been around for some time now. It actually started out as singing and chanting by black fraternity members, mainly on black American college campuses. They eventually grew into rhythmic steps, elaborate dances, and then huge shows. It's believed that fraternity brothers started stepping in the early 20s, and the sorority sisters soon followed. Stepping is usually associated with the men of the organizations, but the ladies would definitely disagree.
As members of fraternities and sororities, this is something that we've been doing from a long time, and it did not originate from us. This is something that has gone as far back in history as Africans. We know that dancing is a huge part of the tradition, and we've just simply added that as a part of what we do, and it's an expression. Just as they express themselves when they dance as a release, then we do the same thing, and we've made it in a form of entertainment and a way for people to enjoy what it is that we're doing also.
It started out first as things that they did on the yard to showcase their talents among each other, to differentiate themselves, and then later on it just blossomed into a competition and now an art.
Some get so lost in the sheer precision of the steps and the hype surrounding each group that it's easy to forget stepping is only a way to show off these fraternal organizations.
Our main purpose and our existence is to give back to the communities in which we reside, and that is really what's important. This is a lot of fun. It's a way for us to, to let go, release. It's also a fundraiser, but our purpose for existence is to give back to the community, and this is simply a way to facilitate us to do that by the funds that are raised.
Starting on black American universities with roots in Africa and now moving to the Bahamas and the Caribbean, stepping has truly gone global. For the CNN World Report at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Chris Saunders. Swimming is a very lonely sport. Hours up and down the lanes of a swimming pool. The only voice is the one rattling in your head. The time on the poolside consumed by your own thoughts of how to swim your race. But now, throw in a sibling who swims, and things become very complicated. Amanda and Trevano McPhee also reunited at the championships, but it wasn't a lovey-dovey moment for too long.
It's been a special one, seeing her first time in a few weeks or months, it seems we spend more time together now, but, it's nice seeing her, coming together and once again swimming again together. It's pretty nice.
It's great because, it's good for me to have him and it's good for him to have me here, for support, emotional support. And also he's like my second coach, so it's good that we're together. And of course, I miss him, so it's good that we can come together, in something like this where we really need each other right now.
Well, I gave her a hug, but, once it's time to get down to business with swimming, I became the team captain, and I didn't, separate it from any other swimmers. I took charge, with the stretching and stuff. So, but it wasn't really a bossing around. It just me being a good role model and also a team captain.
Yeah, we are back to normal now. I'm about to beat him up, but it's good.
The two are very different people. Trevano has taken swimming more seriously and for a longer time. Mandy, though, had a strong start to her career, but faltered off, and only over the past 2 years re-stamped her mark on the sport. The two have very different personalities as well.
I don't really have an answer towards that, I guess. We're just different persons, but then they had so much alike. I guess she's just, more, as you said, outspoken, and I guess I'm not as, outgoing as she is.
he's more quiet and I'm more outspoken, but we get along.
I try to be a leader, and I see it in and also within the way we act. I guess of us being around each other so much, we start to, have similar traits. But like I said, I'm not as outgoing and stuff, so that's where we're different in some ways. I try to show as much love as I could. We stay in contact. I speak to her every day on the computer, every night, and I feel that we have a good relationship as a brother and sister should have.
I love him. Of course I love